Hey guys, welcome to my another video in which I'll be progressing to the further challenges of basic algorithm scripting. So this one is about falsy bouncer. Remove all falsy values from an array. Okay, so falsy values from an array. Falsy values in JavaScript are false, null, zero, empty strings, undefined, and no number. Hint: try converting each value to a boolean. Right. Remember to use read, search, and ask. If you get stuck, write your own code. Okay, cool. So without further delay, let's start the exciting part, which is coding. Right, so we're gonna use a JavaScript filter method. So in this one, I'm gonna say I'm gonna apply the filter method to the array, which is R. Okay, and then pass in the boolean. So as the free code cam gives us a hint that each value to a boolean. So do this, and this should work. Hope so. And if no, we're gonna have to take another approach. I don't even know if it will work. Alright, let's see if it does work. Oh no. Yeah, okay, oh, perfect. So that's the way how you filter all the falsy values from an array using a filter method. Brilliant. So submit and go to the next challenge. Alright, so this one is about where do I belong. Return the lowest index at which a value, second argument, in which value, second argument, this value should be inserted into an array. First argument. So this is the first argument. Second argument, we need to return the lowest index, which is the minimum index at which this value can be inserted into this array. Cool. So once it has been sorted, the returned value should be a number. For example, get index to ints. So this is the array and this is the parameter, as in the index. I mean, no. So this is the number which we want to insert, and should return 1 because it is greater than 1. Index is 0, but less than 2. Index 1. Cool. So likewise, get index to ints 20, 3, 5, and then 19. Okay, so this should return 2 because once the array has been sorted, it will look like 3, 5, 20. So basically, sorted means that the array starts from the minimum number and goes all the way until the maximum shown number, but in order. Okay, in ascending order, right? And 19 is less than 20, index 2, so 0, 1, and 2. Cool, and greater than 5. Perfect. Right, so it says remember to research and ask. If you get stuck, write your own code. So now we're gonna code by finishing up my useless talking. All right, so let's get started. So first, we're gonna be sorting the array in ascending order. So I will use the method sort. Okay. Now if I just use this sort method, then this compares the strings only. So it would take 40 and 60 as string, like that, which we don't really want. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is use a callback function to sort the numeric values. Okay, how I'm gonna do that? I'm gonna use the shorthand for functions, which was introduced in ECMAScript 6, which is ES6. So give it two parameters, A and B. Okay, and then I'm gonna do an arrow, and I believe this is called an arrow function. So I will put A minus B. So what this is going to do is sort the array in ascending order. Alright, here you go. See, if I do 100 as well, it will give me a proper result. However, if I just want to show this to you guys, if I just leave this statement aside and sort this array as it is with the sort function, it will give me this result which is incorrect. Okay, so I will use this statement and I'll tell you a proper way to write that function if you don't prefer to use this shorthand. So you would go as sort and then function, take two parameters in there, A and B, and then do if say A is greater than B, then we will want to return -1. Okay, so what 1 does is it gives us the order in ascending order or descending. Sorry guys, my bad. This would be A is less than B, so in this way it will give us the ascending order of the array, and this way is the shorthand if you don't if you want to be a hotshot. All right. Cool, perfect. So I'll get rid of this code because I like to be a bit of a smart ass. Nah, just kidding. Alright, so now that our array has been sorted, I will do the rest of the code. So I will implement the for loop. So I is equal to 0, and then I is less than the array length. Alright, and I increment. So now what we want to check if the index is greater than the value at a particular index, it is greater or equal to our number, which is this one, right? So I would put this to the original value of the array, the original elements of the array, and I would say if array and then the value of the index is greater or equal to the num, then what I want to do is just return the lowest index. Alright, so return I. That's it. Gone. Perfect. You're sorted now. Alright. Let me just refactorize it, and here you can return array.length just for this sake of returning it, because once it's gone in this for loop and this condition becomes true, it will only return this number. It won't come to this return statement at all. So unless it doesn't come in this if statement, then it would return the length of the array. Cool. I really hope you guys understood the concept now. So let's test the code. Hopefully it works. So yeah, power. By the power of a grayscale. Oh yes. Right, so let's move on to the next challenge. So this is about mutations. Return true if a string in the first element of the array contains all of the letters of the string in the second element of the array. For example, hello in all in lowercase, and the second element of the array has hello, the same thing but is capitalized with a kind of a camel case. So first letter of the word is capitalized. Should return true because all of the letters in the second string are present in the first ignoring case. Okay. These arguments, hello and hey, should return false because the string hello does not contain a y. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, cool. Lastly, alien and line should return true because all of the letters in line are present in alien. Convert our elements of the array into lowercase, so it's a bit easier to compare them. So what I would do is create new variables, select, and we need to make sure that all the elements, all the characters in this string are in here. If it's not, then we're going to be returning false. So for example, if H is in the string, yes it is. It's true all the way until E, but it doesn't have L in the string, so it would return false at the end. Alright, so hello will be my target element. No, sorry, I'm gonna test hello against hey. Alright, so hello will be my target test element, sorry. and I'm gonna convert this to lowercase, and hey will be my target element. And also convert this one to lowercase as well. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to loop through my target element and check if all the characters of my target elements are present in my test element. How I'm gonna do that? By for loop. So let's do for loop there, and then I is less than, it was target element, isn't it? Yeah, target element dot length and increment I, and now we need to check if our target element, which is this, no, sorry, we need to check if our test element has all the indexes, I mean all the characters of the target element. So I'm gonna loop through each of the target element, okay, and then check with the test element here. So test element, which is this one, I'm gonna check, which is hello test element, and if that has all the indexes of my target element. So target element, alright, and if at any points the results, I mean the number of matched strings are less than 0, I'm gonna return a false. Cool. So return, I'll just create a bit more rumors so you guys can see it properly. Alright, I'm here returning false. However, if all of them are present, then I'm gonna return true. Okay, so if it doesn't go in this if statement, which means that there is some characters in this element that are not present in this one, then it will come here. Otherwise, if all the characters in the first element are present in the second element as well, it will return true. Alright, so let's check if that worked for us. Right, I really hope you guys understood the concept here, and let's check if I have done everything correctly. I'm gonna just refactorize the code, refactor it so it's a bit easier to read as well. Alright, the moment of truth, and we have been successful. Congratulations. Alright, now let's submit the challenge and go to the next one. Cool. So this is about a chunky monkey. Alright. It says write a function that splits an array, first argument, alright, into groups and length of size, second argument, alright, and returns them as two-dimensional array. Okay, cool. So essentially what we want is the result would be A, B, and then another array, oops, C, and D. Alright, this should be our result, okay, from this array. So we need to separate the arrays depending on this size or this number. Alright, so let's get straight into coding. Right, so first we create an empty array which we will store our chunks in, and that will give us var and new array which will be empty. Okay, and now we want to loop through the whole array, and by starting as 0 and each time through the loop, and the loop has to stop when it reaches the array's length. In this case it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna create a loop which is var I 0 I less than r.length, which is the length of this array, and we need to increment it by the size that's given to us, because remember that we need to write a function that splits an array into groups the length of the size, which is the second argument here. Alright, so we're gonna increment it by the size, which is size in this case, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the 0 index and then slice or select or remove the values up until the size of this argument. So in this case we're gonna remove two elements, which is A and B. Alright, and then from this array, so I will do like what was it called, push the elements into the new array. So new array dot push, and I would use a slice method to do this. So the first index is going to be the index in which there's from which the elements start to get removed, which is 0. So in this case I'll put I, because at the moment my I is 0 automatically. Remember here? Oops. What did I do? did I do here? Anyway, so I hope you guys can see this properly. So now the first index, like I told you, will be the starting point of the array, and then I'm gonna select the size of this. I'm gonna select each chunk depending on this size. Alright, so in this case it's 2, so I'll just do I plus 2, which should do it, and yeah, that's all really, and then I will return the new array. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've created an empty array, and then I've started the for loop from 0, and I'm incrementing this size. I'm incrementing the indexes based on the size given in this argument, which was our part of the requirement as well. So yeah, and until it reaches the length of this array. Okay, and then what I'm doing is I'm pushing from the start of the array and adding the size given here, so 2 elements in this case, so it will be 1, 2. So I'm adding the 0 until 2 elements from this array and pushing it into this one, into the new array. But please know that I'm not looping through the array itself. Instead, we are using the we are using the loop to generate number, which can use indices to slice an array in the right location. Alright, so this one, and so we are not looping through this array, but I'm just using the length of this array to recognize which indices I need to select and push to this array. Alright, so let's see if this, hang on, I think I might have done something wrong here. Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, let's try if this works. No, it didn't work. Right, what did I miss here? Interesting. Break it up. Sorry. Instead of this 2, I should write the size, because the size can vary depending on all these test cases here. Alright, that's probably the reason why it didn't work in the first place. So let's run the test and see if we pass it. Yes, we passed it. Oh yes, perfect. Alright, let's go to the next challenge now. Okay, perfect. So seems like that part has been completed. I will probably be making the new videos from making a completely new video incorporating this part, so look out for that, and hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a lot from it, although it was becoming a bit challenging, but we managed to do it, and I'm really proud of you guys. keep up the good work, and yeah, until then, until next time, I mean, have fun coding and practice, 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 guys. Programming is all about practice. Play around, all right? Play around as much as you can with the code. All right, have fun.